What's up, world? It's the one and only Pop DVICV Primetime Capper, national host for Fanatics View, and also the content contributor for Ring TV. So you guys already know what it is. You guys see my face all over the country at all the big events and everything like that. So you know I got my show Sweet Science for you, where we interview some of the best up and coming boxers and established boxers in the business. And today we have a really special guest from East Orange, New Jersey, none other than Mr. Rajon Picasso,
Yes,
champ.
sir. Yes, sir.
How's
Yes,
it
sir.
been?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Absolutely.
the first question I'm gonna ask: how did you get the nickname Picasso?
Picasso came from the Golden Gloves. I was fighting in the semifinals, and the way I whooped his ass, I should say, was like, damn. He and I didn't like stop him. It was like I was showing so much skill, and then my team was just saying Picasso, Picasso. And I'm like, oh, I like that name. I mess with it. I'm gonna take that to the pros because it was my last and final national tournament. So I took that to the pros with me.
Man, good stuff there. Now, you are fighting at 122 or 126, coming up in your
22, 22.
22. And
Yeah.
now that division has became kind of a hotbed for a lot of really good talent and everything like that. How do you feel about, you know, your process and the way that you're going about your business and everything like that to get to what to the end goal, the championship and everything like that. But how do you feel about that talent in the division? Do you feel like your talent is great enough to go ahead and be one of these champions in that weight class?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. Like how I look at it is the person I am now sees a whole bigger picture, and I know that the game relies on the business, and I know it's different aspects that come with boxing, but you can't beat skill, but you can work harder than somebody. So what I only thing I can say about the game is once you just stay on top of your game, you can beat anybody, and that's just me. I got the skill. I know I work hard behind everything. So yeah, I know I could take a couple people.
Well, man, and I know that when it comes down to where you're from, East Orange, New Jersey, and everything like that, I was reading up a little bit about you and everything. Your father is your coach, correct?
Me and my father, we got our little fair share. No, all love. You know what I mean. My father is always gonna be my number one forever. But right now, me and my pops has been separated for some time. But as of right now, terrific. Gist is my coach, world champion trainer. And no take away nothing from my pops, but he's a awesome trainer, great trainer. We just got our differences with personal stuff.
Right, and I was reading more about him being your amateur coach on the way up and everything like that. That's why
Yeah.
I just asked, because was he still the head man here while you were in the pros and everything like that? Now your amateur career is very storied. It's a very good amateur career as well too. And
Right.
I'm going to bring his name up, but you're in the same gym as Shakur Stevenson, two division champ. How did it feel coming up with Shakur and everything like that, with you guys both chasing that Olympic dream?
So boom, when it comes to my big brother Shakur is like a he's always been like a mentor to me and to my family, not just me, to everybody in Jersey, I should say. Well, not everybody, but the people who's close to him. So I should say with him, everybody will probably look at him as, oh, that's Shakur. Da, da, da. Me, I look at him as, all right, that's big bro. He about to probably try to question me or probably try to spar me or beat me up. So he always was the one to help me get better or put me in this position or do that. So shout out to my big brother Shakur. He's different. So to me, he's always gonna be big bro. He was basically the big bro that would fuck me up in the gym. So that that's how he was, man. Pardon my language.
All right. So, coming up in Jersey and everything like that, how tough was it, man? Because Jersey is not a nice place. You can have humble beginnings, things like that. But Jersey, you got to be tough, man. How does it feel coming out of Jersey? Do you feel like Jersey has put a lot of, your style into your fighting game?
Well, when you from Jersey, one, it's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, you got some part. I'm from East Orange.
Right.
Like the parts of areas was bad, but everybody always knew us. You know what I mean? Due to my pops and due to my moms and everybody. So we was basically the ones that you just don't mess with. You know what I'm saying? But we was cool at the same time. So I'm gonna have to say it was tough sometimes, but it could also bring a certain kind of character out of you, whether which depending on what route you would take. So if you take the good route, everybody will look at you and be like, "Nah, he's that guy. He's the one you should just leave alone," or you know what I mean, just let him be great. Now if you take that route, it's like, "Oh yeah, we on it." You know what I mean? They gonna be on you. I took both routes, so I'd rather chase greatness than to chase dumb shit. So right now I'm on the path to greatness, and everybody in my city respect it.
And you know what? Being young, man, it happens, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You can't avoid temptation at a young age. You know what I mean?
facts,
Because
facts.
I came from a nice upbringing and things like that. Just as same as you know, people that
Yeah,
hate to be messed with, things like that. But you know, your folks are thinking quality of life, you know, good living, work hard for it, all that good stuff. But that ain't gonna stop the streets from being so
absolutely,
of a
absolutely.
because we know that it's shown on TV all day. We listen to the music, and you know sometimes you want to just
See,
get
you get it, you get
knowledge to
it.
resist sometimes. So I
Yeah,
understand where you're coming from with that point because we was all young and ready for action. You know, pretty much
yeah, exactly,
right.
exactly.
So that's
You ain't
just
lay down to nobody.
but it's good to but we have to mature because you have to put yourself through through sometimes you got to put yourself through a little bit of a struggle to get the resolution, man.
Absolutely.
And none of this stuff is expected. It's some of this stuff just happens, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So you
yeah.
know, and I'm looking at your record.
Hmm.
I see that you had a draw on your record, but you were able to avenge that matchup. How did it feel being on that big PBC card back at home at Prudential in Jersey? How did it feel get that big win that night?
It felt great, but how I when I look at that back at that draw, like when people ask me now, they be like, "What's your record?" I say 705 knockouts. I don't say that draw. Reason why I don't say that draw because it's a draw. You don't count it. No one won, no one lost. But you ask me, and what I learned from the game, when you have stuff outside of the boxing and you know you shouldn't do something and do that, don't risk it because that can cause severe damage to your career and yourself. So it felt real good to get that back to show like that was a fluke. That wasn't me. So and to get it back at home was even better because then I had my brothers come in the ring with me. I had the fans outside watching. It was amazing feeling, bro. Amazing feeling. He actually had a crowd too. I didn't even know Puerto Ricans was gonna go against me.
Hey, it happens, man. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is make a quick call to the Bronx, and you might have 50, 60 guys
Hmm.
ready to get to Jersey, bro.
I never knew that.
You know how it goes. When I was at, it's funny story is, you know, because I do a lot in the boxing business other than just media and stuff like that. So, you know, I have access to getting tickets, things like that. And I was in New York recently for the Tank and Rolly fight.
Mhm.
So I had a guy I know. At first, it was 4 tickets. Then it became 6 tickets, and then by before we got to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you know, and this fight sold out too.
Yeah,
It's 12 tickets now. And you know, and it's hilarious to me that we went from 4 to 6. Okay, I've maneuvered the 6 for you. Now we got to get 12 of them.
exactly,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
So it happens, man. It happens. So most definitely, and they was Puerto Ricans too. So that's why I just mentioned it. So you
It's
know,
mad of him.
right? Because they gotta roll a dozen. You know what I mean? Because they ain't
Yeah,
gonna feel right.
yeah.
It happens. It happens. But shout out to my Puerto Rican people. You guys are
Oh
beautiful. You
yeah,
know, but we ain't doing no extras over here. But
I
y'all know,
mess with y'all. I mess
yeah,
with y'all.
y'all
I
roll
love Puerto
deep.
Ricans. I
It
love
is
Puerto
what it
Ricans.
is.
I love Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. So, being in Jersey, you're close to the New York area and everything like that. What is
Right.
your favorite borough in the city, man? Where's the borough you love to kick it at and whenever you get out to New York City?
I like to go to Cops and Kids boxing gym.
Okay.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. They got Cops and Kids Boxing Gym. They got like one of the best works in New Jersey, I should say,
Hmm.
because they got great fighters Bruce Carrington, um, Chris Colbert, uh, Rashadi, Nikita. They got a lot of work in there. Luis Nunez, another upcoming prospect, Dominican kid. So I love going down there, and I love the coach Sosa. So they all show nothing but love, and they supported my career since I was a kid. So I really genuinely love going over there, and that's in Flatbush. So hands down, I love going over there.
And look at that, Brooklyn. So, do we ever get the juniors? I know y'all gotta be on weight and things like that, but come on, I know we gotta get the juniors at least a little bit.
Junior, yeah. You got a point.
All right, all right, all right. So, Jahai, are you familiar with Jahai Tucker? What do
Yes,
you
sir. That's my
what do you
boy.
think of him? What do you think of his style?
His style fits him. That's what I'm saying. Like Jahad Tucker had that kind of style since he was amateurs. Like we always used to be like, God damn, how do you beat this kind of style? Like, but now like he took it to the pros, but he's more like smarter with it. He got a little more power. He's still growing. He's still a kid. I'm older than Jahad,
Right.
but I also feel like that style is just for him. Like I feel like he's gonna give a lot of people problems in the pros just because of the kind of style that he has. So Jahad Tucker is definitely someone dangerous to be messed with in the pros. Absolutely, hands down.
So, do you see yourself raising up about Shakur, everybody all at the same time, maybe the next 18, 24 months or something like that?
Like, what you mean? Like, do I see him going against him?
No, do I see all you guys raising up belts here in the next in the coming year?
Oh, oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. Oh, most definitely. I have a whole like plan for the end of this year and for 2023. 2023 is going to be the Picasso era. Promise you that. Remember, I said that.
I,
Watch.
I feel it. I feel it. So it sounds like you're gonna be doing a lot of step up fights and things like that. I see your last fight was in Colombia. How was that experience?
It was cool. Like my last fight in Colombia, it was like an experience because number one, Colombian people are tough fighters. Shout out to them too. Like they're very, very tough. And the people out there was very cool and everything was, what I mean, up to par. But I did come out there just for like to take care of business, get that belt, put me in the top 25 in America, and that was just that. So Colombia was all right. It was an all right trip, but ain't nothing like fighting in the United States. I'm sorry to say.
Okay, I thought you took a little vacay down there, maybe spent an extra
Nah,
week or so
nah,
down there.
nah.
Now you was
No, like
strictly
when I
business.
take
Okay,
those kind of trips, it's like business trips and come back. You know what I
okay,
mean? Like
okay.
just business trips and come back. Cause like I say, like we got like a goal. Like my goal is to take everybody out to show that I'm here. Like I'm not playing with nobody. So I plan on taking a couple of these big regional belts as far as WBA and WBC regional belts. So just to get up there and when that time come when I get up there and start to fight those big rounds, it's go time and I will be doing call outs.
Okay, I like to hear that. I like to hear that. So, real quick, man, I know that we have some news that came in today. I want to talk to you about fights that are literally set or ordered and things like that. What do you and since we was talking about Shakur, what do you think of the recent order with him and Pitbull Cruz? What do you think of that fight between Shakur and Isaac Cruz, and who would you have winning that fight? I think I already guess you know who's
I
going
mean,
to
I got
win.
Shakur, but I'm gonna rock with Shakur forever. But
Right.
I'm not gonna say it on no being biased. I'm gonna be honest. Shakur wins boxing. And yes, Shakur could fight on the inside, and Shakur, it's a possibility that he might be the bigger fighter. So Isaac Cruz is nothing to play with. He's no joke. He gave Gervonta take a run for his money. So I just feel like, what I mean, Isaac Cruz is no slouch, and Shakur is way better when he know like he going against somebody tough. When he going against somebody tough, he lock in even more. So Shakur all the way, hands down. I got it either Him dropping him with a body shot or him 12 round decision blowout.
All right, that's pretty high on the list right there. Now I think a lot of people possibly agree with you on that as well too. Now, what do you think of the super fight that's supposed to be coming up for Devin Haney and Lomachenko?
Okay, like I say, and like I say to everybody, like Lomachenko just came from a war, right?
Mhm.
So when you come from a war and you come back to the gym, it's like you still gotta process stuff in your mind. Like, you know what I mean? You still gotta know that your country is still fighting or whatever, or still going through that process of grieving and losing loved ones. Then you go into the gym with that mindset. And not only that, you got a tough fighter that you're about to fight, which was Jermaine Ortiz at the time, if I'm not mistaken. So when it comes to Devin Haney's a great fighter. Don't get it wrong. Do I have Devin winning by not not that much, but we also can't sleep on Lomachenko because he just came from a war. That was a warm up. That was supposed to be a warm up fight. So I wouldn't take nothing away from Lomachenko because I feel like he's gonna be also coming in with his A game, knowing that he's going against another better fighter. So don't take nothing away from him. Don't sleep on him at all.
Would you say is does it belong on ESPN or would you think that this should be a pay per view?
ESPN, ESPN, yeah, ESPN, definitely ESPN, ESPN, yeah.
Not ready for the pay per view. From what I'm hearing, they could possible pay per view just so they could test the waters a little bit on what they can do with Devin Haney. From what I'm hearing, but it's all business. You know what I mean. At the end of the day, they got to they got to make it make sense. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
The fight's already pretty much set, but you got to make things make sense though as well too with the pay per views and things like that. But you are right. A lot of people don't want to do pay per view and things like that. But I always laugh because I said you still paying for the stream though. You know what I mean? So like, it's so funny that like the only way you're gonna get fights the way that for free is like how it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when you have a fight on ABC on Saturday or CBS or something of that nature, and it was a up and coming fight or a old heavyweight, a lot
Yeah.
of Larry Holmes fights on channel on CBS, bro. Like after you know what I mean? So, but they know it's Larry Holmes, so they know that they'll get some people tuned in. You know what I mean? So, that how that goes. But Ryan Garcia and Tank, this is probably is to me, it's a lot of posturing going on here, and it's
Mhm.
just more to sell their brands in a sense. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't see a fight happening this year,
Right.
maybe next year. But what are your thoughts on whenever that fight's made? Who do you have winning that fight?
Tank knockout. Now, I feel with that you shouldn't sleep on Ryan. No, no, you
Mhm.
shouldn't. But a focused tank is more of a dangerous tank. So if he's say for example, if he take that fight like how he took the Rolly fight, like I could tell that Tank wasn't focused. He knew like it was like he knew that he was gonna set him up and run into something. So I could tell he ain't taking focus. But if he on his A game with Ryan, which you should be, because Ryan's not a pushover. I like Ryan Garcia actually, but if he take it to his A game, yeah, Ryan's gonna be in some trouble, real trouble. And if Ryan on his A game, then we might have a fight on our hands. I'm not sleeping on Ryan because he's still Mexican.
He's gonna try. He's a different type one. You know what I mean? He's not as hardcore as the ones that wear the flags and everything like that.
Yeah.
So he's more of a in the mold of Oscar De La Hoya. You know what I mean? A guy that comes from a cool. Well, Oscar's from East LA. That's a little different animal. He actually I'm from California too, so
Okay.
he
Okay.
comes from the desert. So desert people are a little they're kind of different. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, they're automatically gonna have that chip on their shoulder that they're an underdog, all that good stuff. But I think Ryan is very good for boxing because he's showing how you have to be crossover to really be able to sell these fights. Really try to tell guys, like especially a lot of fans that have these very fanatical ways of thinking, that boxing is really a sport to where for you to get the big dollars, you have to have crossover guys. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You can't just have guys that are just so just everybody in the boxing world knows who they are, but every people outside of that don't know who they are. But
Yeah.
once you start doing Gatorade commercials and all types of different commercials with different athletes and stuff like that, people start to get an idea of who you are, and then they want to be invested in who you are as well too. So I do love to see fighters when they're able to cross over and make that, make those mainstream looks. And I think that that's very good for the game because it opens up doors for others as well too. But you just got to have the right team behind you as well. So that's why I tell a lot of
I,
people
I,
that
I
in
feel
order
like
to team.
with this boxing, like back in the day, you used to have like a lot of boxers that just, you know what I mean, they want to fight. So it was a little harder back in the day, like for them to get, you know what I mean, to where they was at, or you got to like be on the knockout street. You had to be that boxer. You had to be that guy back in the day.
Mhm.
So I feel like now everything is always based on social media. So like I feel like with boxing now, your money comes from social media. No matter who you are, you don't even got to be a champion nowadays. Like it's just all you gotta do is know how to fight, have a good following, have a good backing, have the right people around you, and you win. Like social media is now the key to making money. That's just my opinion. Because look at Logan Paul or Jake Paul. Jake Paul started his own promotions, and no one has yet to complain about it. Did you hear Amanda Serrano complain about it? No. And you got one of the fighters in my gym, Shadeja Green. Jake Paul looked into her and he liked her and put her on a Showtime card. And now look at her, everyone. She's just blowing up out of nowhere. She's a WBC silver champion. Hopefully, she ends up fighting Franchon Cruz. But
Mhm.
that's all the help of, you know what I mean, her team of Veronica and Danny Soto, and also MVP promotion for putting her on. So I just feel like social media is the key. Because once she started posting more, everyone started to see, oh, that's Shadeja. When she wasn't posting, it was like no one would know who she was. But when she started it, she started to come back on the mat. So I think social media is the bread key to boxing right now.
Yep, and you just got to know how to use it correctly and use it right, and be responsible about it too. Because we got a lot of people that use social media, and I know for a fact they'll probably never get past probably
Yeah.
they might not even be boxing in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some people are just doing it because they're getting some exercise in. But guys like you, I know that you have a plan because you've been doing it for such a long time. And
Mhm.
I read that you were a football player for a little bit. Just tell us a little bit about that.
I was. I'm gonna have to say, football. I like football, so it was like I was a quarterback, and I was very stingy. Like if I feel like I can make a touchdown, no one's scoring but me. Mind you, I'm the quarterback, so
Right, right.
to me, like I said, I liked the football, and I played it when like the Pop Warner years and down here. But when they started getting to high school and I seen the size of them, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I got a box. You think you about to end me? Yeah, okay. Y'all can have that. I'm going. I love boxing. Y'all can't take me away from boxing. Y'all got it. Have that.
So what is it, Giants or Jets? It's
That's a
okay if
bet.
it's neither.
If you ask me, I like the Giants.
Okay, okay.
I
Because
like
I
the
said
Giants.
Giants, I threw Giants and Jets out there, but that doesn't automatically make you a fan of either. You know
Now
what I
you know
mean?
what's funny? I was a Giant. I'm a Giants fan, and I'm a Packers fan too. I love the Packers, but I'm a Giants fan because we East Coast.
Right. And they 6-2 right now. That's why.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, when you win it, you win it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that too.
When you win it, you win it. So when is your next fight, and how can the people go ahead and follow you?
All right, boom. Next fight we looking at December 10th. Hopefully is either at the Paramount Theater in New York. So tune in. I'll see what stream it'll be on, or whatever website, or however you can watch it, or TV, or whatever you can watch it on. And people can follow me on Instagram at Rajon Chance, and on Twitter at Rajon_Chance.
All right. All right. So, okay. My thing is this. My last question. I always ask guys this every time because I do more than just boxing. when it comes to doing reporting interviews and things like that. So we got to know it's for sports. And
Okay.
since you're in the Jersey area, I can go ahead and I can say I'm gonna just ask you to. You already said the Giants. So, but what's your order though? Baseball, football, basketball, and hockey. And you can say Devils or Rangers or Islanders if you want to as well too. I know you probably don't watch hockey, but I know you done wore a hockey hat or two. You know what I mean? I don't know you
Yeah, I
done.
wore a hockey jersey. I ain't gonna lie.
Boxer. They fight in hockey as well too. So, what are your sports?
All right. Order
Order. Yes.
boxing. At the boxing, I have to get the football. At the football, basketball, hockey. It goes no further than that because I just can't watch someone miss so many. You know what I mean? Like how they swinging and they just keep missing. I can't watch that, bro. Like, but other than
Okay.
that, the other sports is fun. Like the main sports.
Okay, what are your teams? And I'll just ask you a question. So you said baseball is just off to you, but I know
Yeah,
you watched baseball before. If you had to go to if you had to choose a team, Yankees or Mets.
Yankees.
Okay, it's the Yankees. So it's a Bronx thing, not a Queens thing. Sorry, Queens. And then we have Knicks or Nets.
Knicks or Nets? Nets.
Okay. And then Devils, Rangers, or Islanders.
Devils.
Devils, hey, you know what? And I don't blame him because Devils probably got the cleanest colors out of
Yes,
everybody. And he said
sir.
Giants. So, okay, so I would say this boxing's number one because he's a boxer. And
Hmm.
since we play football, we'll put the Giants as put Giants and Packers. But we got the Giants though.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta
It's
get the
for the New
Giants.
York Jersey thing. So we would say Giants, and then I guess we would throw in after the Giants. I guess we would throw in the Nets, right? Or the Knicks. You
Mhm.
said Nets or Knicks?
No, Nets.
Nets, we would throw in Nets after that. Then I guess we throw in the Devils. And then, sorry, Yankees, y'all finished last. Even though y'all got the most championships out the group.
Hey, oh yeah, boom. Now I'm gonna do this. Out of my whole career, I've never done a call out ever, because I just felt like I had to be respectful. But in my head, it's like, man, I'm about to call out. So this is the year where I come for everybody. So without further ado, after this fight, when whoever they match me up with, because this is gonna be my first 8 rounder.
Mm-hmm.
So this fight coming up will be my first eight rounder. So after this fight, I will either like to fight two people: Danny Flores, 10-0 kid, and Javion Campbell. I would love to fight them. So if you are watching this, get at me. I would love to fight y'all. And by the end of 2023, I'm coming for that NABA belt for the WBA and that NABF belt for the WBC to be ranked. So you know who you are. I'm coming for y'all.
All right, so y'all already know. Y'all people call his people. Y'all put that all together, and let's get us a fight going because he done called out two guys that is prospects just like him, and that's what the fans love to hear, and that's what the fans love to see. Because hey, a lot sometimes you just got to call it. You just got to make sure you call your shot, and you better make sure that you hit it all net.
Yes, sir. You know the vibes.
All right, so you guys already know what time it is. I know Rajon is busy today, but I thank you so much for a great interview and everything like that.
Always.
You actually gave me a little bit of extra time as well too, because I usually try to just make it go 20, 25 minutes and everything like that. But not a problem, not a problem at all. It was beautiful talking to you and everything like that. I wish you the absolute best. I'll be rooting for you as well too. Make sure you let me know exactly when you fight so I can go ahead and repost, promote whatever I got to do for you to make sure that people are locked in on that. And
Yes,
man, I
sir.
just really do thank you so much for coming in and talking with me and everything today.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, you already know what time it is, man. Pop DiBiase, deep prime time capper. So you'll see my face when we at these big events. I think I possibly seen you at a few fights before because I've been at I was at AJ and AJ Ruiz. So I was at Canelo and Rocky, and I
Okay.
was out there for the Tank fight as well too. So I might have seen you at one of those joints.
We'll see each other. We'll definitely see each other, man. Kick it, bro.
Yeah,
I don't mind.
everybody always is gonna get past. See, one of these days you'll walk past me at one of these
Oh
events.
yeah, for sure. For sure. For sure.
I'll
And we
be
get
in
lit from there.
New York soon, though, and Jersey and all that good stuff. So it's much. It's just my absolute pleasure. I feel like I'm talking to a future champ and everything like that.
Thank
And
you, man.
man, you just keep on grinding, kid, and I'll keep my eyes out, and hopefully we can get you back after you have your fight on the 10th to see what the next step is going to be for you as well too.
Yes, sir. Let's get
All
it.
right. All right, so that's your boy. It's your boy, the one and only Pop DBICV Primetime Capper. One more time with Rajon Picasso Chance, and you guys are
Yes, sir.
at Rajon_Chance at Twitter, and also Rajon Chance on the Instagram as well too. So make sure you guys follow him. Probably send him a DM. He'll probably send you something back. So don't be shy. And you know what, champ, just keep on winning out there, and just keep doing you, man. Beautiful, beautiful soul. And I look forward to talking to you again. But for that, this is Sweet Science, and we are out of here.
Yes, sir.